Welcome to the AFR Saints channel, where we provide you daily content on your favorite team, the New Orleans Saints. Do us a favor and hit that subscribe button. Be sure to leave your comments below and smash that like button. Who dat? Earlier today, the Louisiana Sports Hall of Fame announced their 2022 induction class. A lot of very familiar names on the list, certainly for people here in Louisiana. The late, great Eric Andolsek, the late, great Tony Robichaux, also on that list. Former LSU great Kyle Williams will be inducted, along with Brittany Sneed, Susan Jackson, Dr. Eddie Flynn, Steve Duhon, legendary track and cross country coach Clenny Duplashen, and our next guest, Jahri Evans of the former New Orleans Saint great, of course, an all-pro interior lineman who one day we hope gets his call for the Pro Football Hall of Fame, but today it was the Louisiana Sports Hall of Fame who came calling, and Jahri's with us. Jahri, thanks for the time. Congrats, man. How are you today?
I'm doing well, man. Thanks for having me. It's an honor. Everybody in Louisiana has great athletes, great players, and it's a truly honor to be going to the Hall of Fame next year with the rest of the guys that's going in.
Man, everyone's fired up for you, no doubt. And it's really fun for people who got to experience that great run with the Sean Payton, Drew Brees era, to see all of these players like yourself be honored. It's a lot of fun for those who watch those teams. So I'm curious for you today, like how did you find out? When did you find out that you had been elected?
I got the phone call. What day was that? What were we, Wednesday? My days are kind of running together. Yeah, I just got the phone call. I was down at my restaurant and got the phone. I think it was Monday. I got the phone call, and yeah, it's just I was excited. I know I had a great career, and we won a lot of games. And when you're playing, your whole focus is just winning. Winning the game, winning your individual battle, being the best player you can be, and celebrate your team wins. So, but now since I'm retired and getting the accolades, it's great to be honored.
Jahri, for guys from Philly, and you went to Bloomsburg up there in Pennsylvania, you get the call as a fourth-round pick of the New Orleans Saints. I mean, what was your impression of Louisiana whenever you get picked by the Saints back in 2006?
Honestly, I didn't really know much about New Orleans, Louisiana, growing up here in Philadelphia, and going to Bloomsburg. I just knew that when I was going into the draft and, everybody had their grades on me, they weren't thinking that I thought I was going later round. And then once I knew one of my OCs got picked up by New Orleans, Jim Monis as a scout, and, got on their radar, that's when I start, saying, oh, wow, here's New Orleans. But, that season, they didn't even play in New Orleans that season. They played in San Antonio. So being the young man that I was basically just keeping my head down, focusing on being the best player I could be, finishing out my senior season, and just hoping one of the 32 teams pick me in. And when I got that phone call from Coach Payton and Coach Marone, it was a great day.
183 career games played, 183 career starts, six-time Pro Bowler, four-time first-team All-Pro. He was a second-team All-Pro in 2013, member of the 2010s All-Decade team. When you Super Bowl champion, maybe most importantly, whenever you rattle through all the accomplishments, Jahri, and most guys when they're playing, it's really hard to focus on the accomplishments while they're playing. But now that you've had a few years removed to sort of reflect, what do you think about when you think back on your amazing NFL journey?
I think about, the great victories we've had, the fashion that we won, the games that we won, our camaraderie as a team, the great locker rooms we had, a lot of my mentors in the O-line room early on in my career, a lot of great coaches, and then just being able to stay healthy. I think that is really the major key. They say the best ability is availability, and I was able to stay healthy in my preparation and my training, and then in the way that I played, and just having great teammates and working together and just winning, man. it's great to have the individual accolades, but it's difficult when you're not winning. It's awesome when you're winning. Everybody's happy. So I'm just happy that we won a lot of games.
Man, when you think now with the benefit of hindsight as well, what you knew or didn't know about New Orleans and Louisiana when you were picked as a young man, and then you're spending more than a decade in the city, in the state, what does Louisiana mean to you now?
Oh, I love it, man. I still remember driving into New Orleans in my brand new Cadillac truck I still have, and getting to the city and seeing the city, how strong the city was after Katrina, and bouncing back, and seeing how everything was coming back. And you hear people say, "Well, New Orleans will never be the same." And for me, I didn't have any, vision of New Orleans before getting there, so everything was new to me. So just the culture, the people, the food, the atmosphere. It's no place like New Orleans. There's no place like Louisiana. I tell people all the time, the best place to win a Super Bowl. Everybody tries to do a Mardi Gras, but if it's not in New Orleans, it's not Mardi Gras. So it's just those parties and the atmosphere and the joyfulness of the people and just the the greatness of it. It's like Vegas. It's like Miami. It's really its own unique place.
Jahri Evans is with us, former Saints great. Today it was announced he's going into the Louisiana Sports Hall of Fame. There's going to be a bunch of great events, starting with the golf tournament November the 15th and 16th in Baton Rouge at L'Auberge. You can learn more at lasportshall.com, lasportshall.com. Jahri, last Saturday was the 15-year anniversary of the Dome coming. Steve Gleason's blocked punt that night against Atlanta. You were a rookie, so that was your first game in the Dome. I can only imagine, now that you can contextualize that a little bit, having played such a long NFL career, and that being your first game in that building, what do you think about when you go back to that night?
I just think about how confident we were that we were going to win. It was the longest training camp I've ever been along. I mean, it probably was the longest training camp of guys that have been 6, 7 year, 8-year vets that were on that team. We were in Jackson for a long time in Jackson, Mississippi. I actually played a preseason game at Jackson State University. So, our energy was very high, knowing that, everything that happened leading up to that game, the fans coming back in that building and just delivering them a win. And it was against a dynamic team, Michael Vick and those guys. So it wasn't an easy task, but I tell you, man, we were ready, man. The guys were ready. And then when Gleason just blocked that punt, it was just like, wow, it's, they're not going to beat us today. And, that just the preparation in that game. I was actually in that classroom on the special teams because as a rookie, you sit through all the special teams, and the preparation that coach and Steve and the guys took to execute that play and for it to lead to a touchdown and put points on the board and the rest is history, and us winning that game. It's a beautiful story.
Jahri Evans, hey man, a couple more before you go. You're already in the Saints Hall of Fame. You're now elected into the Louisiana Sports Hall of Fame. You know where I'm going. One day, Canton very well could be coming to knock on your door. Do you think about that often?
Yeah. I do. I thought about it throughout my whole career. It's been a goal of mine. I've always tried to strive to be the best player I could be, and I'm happy that it's a very high possibility, and looking forward to it and looking forward to the journey and the anticipation of it. But I know it's not easy. It's been a lot of great players that play this game. There's still a lot of great players that's not in the Hall of Fame, especially at my position. Mm-hmm. So, we all know how the process goes. And when that day comes, it'll be an exciting time.
Hey, do you get to watch I know you're back home in Philly. Do you get to watch these Saints much? Do you keep up with the team and the franchise?
Oh, yeah. I watch the Saints all the time. I'm here on the radio here in Philly with Fox Sports Philadelphia, and I have a restaurant right next to the stadiums and the stadium district next to the new casino we have down there at Xfinity Live. So I'm definitely in the sports atmosphere. I watch the games. I keep up with it. On my radio show every Monday, we talk Saints, we talk Eagles, we talk Packers, we talk all over the league. We talk players. It's with my longtime sports agent and attorney, Gerald Colton. And so I'm around the sports atmosphere, man. I keep in contact with the guys, and we do fantasy football and the other stuff. So I watched the guys play. I'm glad that they rebounded from that Carolina game. Tough game. Did not see that happening, but I like the trajectory that they're on. I think Coach Payton and his staff are doing a great job of getting the right character guys in there to fit the scheme, to fit the offense, to fit what they like to do. And I'm looking forward to seeing Jameis, show the greatness that he has through the air with the ball, and Coach Payton and the other coaches facilitating his decision making to show that he can be a good QB. It's always difficult to watch the Saints without Drew Brees. You're 3 games in. I know it's difficult, but like Coach Payton told me before, it's a point in time where we all have to get off this bus, and I like the way they're heading, man. I'm more excited for the coaching staff to actually, let their genius be known. We all know how great a play caller Coach Payton is in his own right, but we all know how great Drew Brees was on the field and being a coach on the field and then also that great general and that player. He made all of our lives easier, from the classroom to the field to everything. And we wish we all could play forever, but I'm really excited for coaching and their task to put W's on the board with the squad that they have. And I think they got some great guys on offense and defense. And I think they're going to do some good things.
Hey, Jahri, what's up with Drew Brees' hair, man?
Yeah, what's up with it? What y'all expect, man? What y'all expect, man? He looking good on TV. He TV ready. He's like, no more helmet hair. No.
It's like the biggest talking point down here. Everyone's like, now what did he do? Did he do the surgery? It's all shades of Brian Urlacher after he retired, man.
Exactly. Like, sometimes it don't matter how you get there, as long as it looks good when you're there, right? Or the golf course, as long as you look good when you're playing. So, it was a surprise for everybody. I don't think he put a lot of social media posts before getting on TV, probably because of that reason, with the hair thing. But he looks great, man. He looks great on TV, and I think he's going to do a phenomenal job, especially explaining the game to the fans from a quarterback perspective and being in the booth. I think he's going to be excellent at it.
Jahri, you're talking to a guy that's got to put makeup on his head every day for this radio TV show so my bald dome doesn't shine. So it's nothing but respect for Drew doing whatever he did, man.
It looks good. It looks good.
Hey, man, congratulations again. Jahri Evans will be part of this 2022 Louisiana Sports Hall of Fame induction class, which is going in this coming up June, the 23rd through the 25th that weekend. Tickets are available at lasportshall.com. The golf tournament is coming up in November at U Club in Baton Rouge, and Jahri will be here, man. We look forward to this journey up until June with you being inducted there into the Louisiana Sports Hall of Fame. Congratulations from all of us, man. We'll look forward to celebrating during induction weekend.
Awesome, man. Thank you. Appreciate it.
Hey, thanks so much for watching. Please leave your comments. I love to interact, and be sure to hit the red subscribe button below.